Okay, next we are going to discuss about radius of illumination. It's also known as Snell's window. This is also the application of total internal reflection. Suppose when electric bulb placed inside the water tank, when it is switched on, the light from the source travels as a straight line inside the water up to reaches the surface of the water, and it enters or reaches the surface of the water. It may undergo refraction. Some part of the light undergoes reflection. So the refracted ray transmitted to the atmosphere and the reflected ray travel once again inside the water, and it undergoes multiple reflections inside the water. Due to this principle of multiple total internal reflection, the entire surface of the water will glow. And this is also possible when we see the light inside the water. When we see the light in atmosphere from inside the water, due to the total internal reflection of the surface of the water, we are restricted to view the certain portion of the light only on the surface of the water. It means around the water surface இருந்து நம்ம வெளியில இருக்கிற ஒரு ஆப்ஜெக்ட்டை பார்க்கிறோம் அப்படின்னா நம்ம எந்த ஏரியா வரைக்கும் அதை வாட்ச் பண்ண முடியும் அப்படின்னா அந்த ஏரியா தான் நம்ம ஸ்னெல்ஸ் விண்டோ அப்படின்னு சொல்றோம். இது ஏன் அப்படின்னா நம்ம சப்போஸ் இங்கிருந்து வாட்ச் பண்றோம், the light rays from this point reaches the surface of the water, it bends away for the particular angle of incidence is also known as a critical angle. The light rays, refracted light rays, grasses the surface of the water. Similarly, this side is also surface of the water. So we are restricted to view this part of the light object only. We cannot able to view the remaining part. So this area is known as Snell's area, and it is also known as Snell's window. Okay, now we are going to measure the radius of this Snell's window. It means in the part we measure பண்ண போறோம். இது நம்ம radius of the Snell's window அப்படினு சொல்றோம், or radius of illumination அப்படினு சொல்றோம். Okay, I am going to read out this diagram. The water animals like a fish, everything etc. are restricted to view the total elevated angle is critical angle of incidence IC here. This is also IC. Therefore, the total angle of restriction of the water animals to view the objects above the water surface is equal to 2 times of the critical angle. அதாவது இந்த ரைட் ஹேண்ட் சைடுல ஒரு angle of critical is IC, left hand side critical angle is IC. The total angle of view of water animals is equal to twice the time of the critical angle. It's a very important point to note. Now I am going to read out a diagram, only half of this portion. For the particular angle of incidence, this is the position of the object. For the particular angle of incidence, so this is a normal to the point of incidence. So the angle of incidence is I, and this is another one normal is drawn at the point of objects. So in the rough matter namu diagram chaliya. So this is also the angle of incidence IC. For this particular angle of incidence or the critical angle of incidence, the light rays just grasps the surface of the water. So this is a refracted ray. The angle of refraction is equal to 90 degree for the critical angle of incidence. Suppose beyond this critical angle, the total refracted light rays turns towards inside the medium, it becomes a reflected rays. So this is a condition of total internal reflection. You know very well about the conditions of the total internal reflection is the light rays must travel from denser medium to the rarer medium. One. Next, the angle of incidence must be greater than the critical angle. So beyond this critical angle, the total light rays are reflected. Lesser than this critical angle, the light rays are refracted. So this is a point of reflected or refracted. So this is known as a critical angle. For this particular angle or critical angle IC, the refracted ray grasps the surface of water. Then the angle of refraction are equal to 90 degree. Then this is the radius of illumination. It is denoted by capital Z. And the position of the object inside the water is denoted by depth D. Denoted by depth D. So I will take capital D. So this is the depth of an object. Okay. Now we are going to find out the radius of this illumination by using the Snell's law. You know very well about. Here the angle of incidence IC in a water medium, so it is taken as denser medium. And this is a rarer medium. And the refractive index of the denser medium, because I am going to take the first medium is a water, because angle of incidence is inside the water medium. Therefore, N1 is the refractive index of the first medium, and N2 is the refractive index of the second medium. Okay. According to Snell's law, sine of angle of incidence IC to the sine of angle of refraction R is equal to N2 divided by N1. Then you know very well about at the critical angle of incidence, the angle of refraction becomes 90 degree. Then cross product into the term N1 sin IC is equal to N2 sin R. The value of refracted angle is equal to 90 degree. Then sin 90 becomes 1. Therefore, sin IC equal to N2 by N1. Next, I am going to find the value of sin IC from the diagram. Come to the point. This is angle IC. So this is opposite side, and this is adjacent side. This is hypotenuse side. Now I am going to find out the sine of angle for this triangle by using the general formula. You know, sin theta. Here theta is IC. Sin theta is equal to opposite side. This R divided by hypotenuse side. Here we know about the opposite side and adjacent side. Then how to find out hypotenuse side? Yes, by applying the Pythagoras law. This hypotenuse side is equal to square root of R square plus DC square. Sorry, R square plus D square. On the basis of AB square or AC square equal to AB square plus BC square constant. So the value of hypotenuse is equal to square root of R square plus D square. Now substitute this value into this equation. R divided by square root of r square plus b square is equal to n2 divided by n1. Squaring on both sides, we get r square divided by r square plus b square equal to n2 square divided by n1 square. Our aim is to find the radius r. So reciprocal both sides, we get r square plus b square divided by r square equal to n1 square by n2 square. I'm going to rewrite this equation as 1 plus b square divided by r square equal to n1 square divided by n2 square. Next I'm going to rewrite this equation once again. b square by r square is equal to n1 square divided by n2 square minus 1. Okay, taking a LCM to the left hand side value, n1 square minus n2 square divided by n2 square is equal to, okay, look here, taking this LCM for this equation, n1 square minus n2 square divided by n2 square is equal to d square divided by r square. From this equation, we get r square, taking reciprocal once again, r square divided by d square is equal to n2 square by n1 square minus n2 square. From this equation, r equal to square root of n2 square. Here n2 square root n2 சரிங்களா? So d n2 divided by square root of n1 minus n2 square. Okay, so this is the equation of radius of illumination or the radius of the Snell's window, in which the first medium where n1 is a water medium, second medium is a radar medium, it is air medium. You know very well about the refractive index of the air is equal to 1. So n2 is equal to 1. Then I am going to consider n1 as n. Substitute this modification into this equation, we get r equal to d into n2 is taken as 1, so 1 divided by n1 is taken as n, therefore n minus 1 n square minus 1. Finally, we get this equation r equal to d divided by square root of n square minus 1. So this is a final equation of radius of illumination.